Hello everyone. Today we're making macaroni and cheese. I'm so excited. Here are the ingredients we're going to use. 8 ounces of sharp cheddar, 16 ounces of small curd cottage cheese, 8 ounces of sour cream, 8 ounces of macaroni noodles, 1 egg, a quarter teaspoon of ground mustard and pepper, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of minced onion. This recipe doesn't require a crust of cheese on top, but I like to add one, so I have some Mexican cheese on hand that I'm just going to throw on there. Start by boiling 2 to 3 quarts of water, and once it's boiling, add about a tablespoon of salt to that. Next, throw in your pasta, give it a stir, and you're good to let that cook for a bit. Next, I'm spraying my dish with nonstick spray so it's ready once I get my cheese mixture together and my noodles are done. So we're going to start with our star secret ingredient here. Cottage cheese is not something you hear about going in macaroni and cheese very often, and I hope it's not a turnoff because it's really good in this recipe. I've never had a complaint. The second and more common secret ingredient is sour cream. It's just going to help make sure we have a really creamy macaroni and cheese. Next, we're going to whisk our egg and add that to the mixture. Our seasonings are already measured out, and I'm placing them in now. I will say when I made this, I used a whole teaspoon of minced onion, and I intended to use a half. So please use a half. It'll have a little more of an oniony flavor than I prefer. And here we add our sharp cheddar cheese. Again, this is not required. I decided to just throw in a little of the Mexican cheese. What's gonna hurt, right? All right, this mixture is going to give you some creamy and delicious macaroni and cheese. Just stir and get everything combined nicely. By the way, if you don't have ground mustard on hand, I would encourage you to buy it and just keep it on hand specifically for this recipe. I think it's worth it. Now my noodles are done. I'm going to drain them and add them to the mixture. Go ahead and gently fold the noodles into the cheese mixture. All right, now we're going to add our mixture to the baking dish. It's already kind of melting together. and looking creamy and delicious. Now, as I've mentioned before, this recipe doesn't require a cheese topping. So it could go into the oven just like this. I just sprinkle a little paprika on it. But I've decided to add this Mexican cheese blend on top. Sometimes I'll do cheddar, whatever cheese you like will work. So guys, this is the recipe. When I say I'm making macaroni and cheese, this is the one my husband is asking, well, is this the one I'm making? This is the one when people say, are you bringing macaroni and cheese to Thanksgiving? They want to know, is this what I'm bringing? This is definitely the #1 macaroni and cheese recipe for my family and friends that have had it. I found this recipe years ago as a dupe for Ukrop's macaroni and cheese, and people in the Richmond area will know what that is, but I actually don't think it tastes like it. And I've made some minor changes. I think the original recipe called for a whole tablespoon of onion, and I just don't like that. And I also add in different cheeses from time to time, as you can see. Now, who can tell me what this dish is missing? Because there is just one thing that would just make it. Oh, there it is, paprika. Okay, paprika. Paprika is going to add absolutely no flavor to your dish. However, we like to sprinkle it on there, don't we? We just like to see it, don't we? Well, let's see it then. Let's sprinkle that paprika on there. Here it is, guys. I'm gonna scoop a little bit onto a plate so you can see it better. And then I tried to make it look pretty for you guys and added some parsley and a few things, but this is just me showing you how it came out. It's just creamy and delicious. You should try this.